One of the scores coming in.
From last week to this, right now we are in what? 1 week of playoffs. So that was playoff game 1. And all the rest of them matter just the same. We got to work our tails off. Play our best game each week. Way to fight to the end. Way to never give up. I believe we won the 4th quarter again, right, man? Yes, sir. Nice job on that.
So, very proud of our kids' effort. You know, like I said earlier this week, you know, when you play in this team, Patuxent, there's a lot of family history between the two groups. I mean, they know each other like blood, and so you're going to get their best shot. They're going to get our best shot, and so we're fortunate to get on top. We obviously played a great game tonight, but heck, you know, when you play this game, you never know how it's going to go. So we were fortunate to with the ball bounce our way, and our kids played it really hard. So it's a good night. So like I said, those two groups, they play 77 together. They live, you know, in communities together. They've grown up together. They played youth ball together. And so there is a lot of respect and mutual respect for one another. I tell you, I think a lot of times the things that may bring a negative attention to this game, I think sometimes exist outside the walls of our two programs. I think it's stuff that happens outside, you know, that's stoked by people who aren't even in the game. And, you know, this week, I didn't see a lot of that at all. I thought we played a pretty clean game. I thought they played a pretty clean game. And, you know, I mean, they're a good football team. You know, they're not going to go down without a swing. They'll be in the playoffs. You know, we'll probably see them, you know, first, second round, maybe third round. Who knows? I don't know. But we got to be prepared to win the next week. So right now, we got Westlake.
Don't let up. No matter what happens, don't let up. Let's go.
Cavalier football right there. We haven't had a good defensive battle like that in a while, and that's good football. We came out on top of a close game, 7-0, good county rivalry, and I couldn't ask for anything else. So good job. We had a good week of practice, and not only that, we had some guys who were able to step up in practice, and it played out in the game because we had to roll through 3 or 4 running backs, and it played out just like we thought it would. Good week of practice, translated right to the field.
Hi, I'm number 16, Keith Baker. I'm a junior. So last year, I went to all the games in the student section, and I love the game of football. And I was here and I needed a kicker for next year. And since I already play soccer, and I just already have a good boot, I just thought, hey, let me give it a try. And it's working out so far. It was weird at first. I had the whole summer to transition to kicking a football from a soccer ball. So I went to like different camps to get used to kicking a football. But I mean, it took a little bit, but I think the work in the summer worked out in the end. I'm grateful that they actually accepted me because you can see all the kickers get bad reps sometimes. But I'm glad that I have a great group of teammates, probably beating Pax. It was, I got good extra points in that game, but it was probably in packs, and then I think hitting my 2 touchbacks. And that means everything. Ever since I joined this team, my whole mindset has changed. Like Coach Neese said, being calmly great, it switches or it transitions to school, my life at home. It's just I'm motivated to do more things on and off the pitch. And also I'm just more dedicated to a lot of things. Like football, it's a dedication, but just out of football, it's just a grind, and that's basically what it means to be a Cavalier to me.
It's, you know, I tell people this all the time, my man. Football, I can honestly say football has probably saved my life. Growing up in Washington, D.C., a lot of guys I hung around was dealing drugs or doing street crimes and stuff like that. And at the time, police officers was running the Boys and Girls Club. So I started coaching football, and I started hanging around guys, police officers and stuff like that. And I just took a liking to that. But had it not been for those guys taking an interest in me, I can honestly say I would probably be, if not dead, probably arrested in jail. I just love it. I mean, football is, it's one of those things I tell the kids all the time, you can't fake it. And me as a coach, I'm going to give you everything I got. I can't fake that neither. I'm going to get on you when you do great. I mean, I'm gonna cheer you up when you do great, and I'm gonna get on you when you do bad. But we're gonna fix the mistakes, and we're gonna work through it. But I love it. It's my heart and soul. It's my passion. Like I said, I wouldn't be doing it this long if I didn't really love it. When I was coaching youth ball, we actually did film study. But from JV level on over to varsity, it's important to study what you're doing because just going out on the field and trying to do the X's and O's. Sometimes you got to see your mistakes. Sometimes kids learn better by just watching instead of going out there and try to do it on the field. So I think the film study is just important as the field. I mean, you can show the film, but once you get out on the field, that stuff, you got to be able to take what you learned in the classroom and bring it to the field. And the film don't lie. The film, it is what it is. It's what you put on the film that's important. But what you learn in that classroom, what you learn on film, you got to bring it to the football field.
It's going to be up to how we practice these next couple weeks, how we finish up the season, which is going to roll us right into the off season and get ready for next year. All right. Practice, practice, practice. Everybody's got to come to practice. Understand when people are sick and all that kind of stuff. Don't stay away if you're sick and all that. Make sure your coaches know. But we need to put in some good work these next 2 weeks. I sure would like to finish up the season with 2 wins. All right. And we'll be going to the off season. They're not easy, trust me. Westlake's going to have some athletes when we play them, and Great Note's going to have a pretty good run game, and we're going to have to contend with. All right.
A lot of good athletes. And last year they took us to 3 overtimes in our homecoming year to come out on top. So, they're going to look to avenge that. And, they are young. They only, I think, have 5 or 6 seniors on their team. And but yet every player on their field can run, they can move, they're good athletes. So I wouldn't expect but a major dog fight in our hands on Friday night. Plus, defensively, they do so many things that are just unique and different to what we've seen. I mean, I say that a lot, but truthfully, defensively, we've watched 3 or 4 different tapes on them, and they do different things in the secondary. They might line up in different fronts, and so those things create problems for us up front to make sure that we have our assignments down. So, if we're not clean up front, then it could be a long night for us. We want to constantly build off the week before and use these weeks of growth and development to not only help us be great football players and hopefully win the next game, but to be great young men. So it's all a process.
Go Cavalier.